What's up, good people? Hope everybody's been doing good. Hope everybody's been doing well. We back with another one. Know it's been a little less than 2 months since I dropped one of these episodes, but this one was a must. I've been dialed in, been locked in. Just had our trip to Bogota, Colombia. We've been back about a week now. Had a game there, along with other things we did while we were there. We're going to discuss some of those things. But before we do that, again, wellness check. Hope everybody's been doing good. Hope everybody's been doing well. Hope everybody's accomplishing what they set out to accomplish in 2024. It's almost over with. We have a couple months left in this year, so we're less than a couple months because I think it's November 4th right now. So yeah, let's get taking care of what we need to get take care of for this year over with. But without further ado, we're gonna have a recap. Actually, we'll have two recaps. This recap is gonna be me discussing what we did down there, how everything was, how everything, turned out. Then I'm gonna drop another footage recap where I got footage, covering the whole week of the event. So without further ado, let's drop part one of the recap. And part two will probably be longer and be more entertaining for you all because y'all actually see what we did and it'll take you into, the week. But anyways, we went to Bogota, Colombia to play the Bogota national team, that football team. We actually only went down there with less than 30 players actually, which is, pretty much the norm for international events. Basically, these games and these times are to impact on and off the field, which we did. We won on and off the field. I just go ahead and jump forward to the score. We beat the Colombian team 67-0. Really wasn't too competitive, but that's how the United States is supposed to dominate the game we created. So we did that. But more importantly, we won and dominated off the field, and that's our main objective and goal as a non-profit organization, as an organization that travels the world to play football games. So the week started out with we got there Tuesday. We got there Tuesday. I left Monday. I flew out Monday because the flights were all crazy. Multiple flights to get to, it's not a remote area. It's the capital of Colombia. So they have, I don't know how many people they have, but I think they have a big population. I think they had I don't know if they're the number one populated country, but they up there. But anyways, I left on Monday and I got there Tuesday around 1 p.m. Had a layover in Florida. But this one was kind of cool because usually me and a whole bunch of teammates on travel, it was about like close to 10 of us. We all was on the same airplane, so that was cool. Got footage of all that that's gonna be dropping. But we all got there, got to the airport in Colombia, huge airport, nice airport. It's just like our airport in the States, if not better. Got plenty of stuff in there. Gucci, Louis, all the designer, got all kind of stuff. I got everything, souvenirs, everything in that airport. But anyways, went to currency exchange, exchanged our American money for Colombian pesos, which was, I was a Colombian millionaire there while I was there because they returned, I think it's 4,001 US dollars. So yeah, that was very interesting. So after that, we got on the shuttle to the hotel. This event was actually kind of an emotional event because Coach G, our coach, the owner of the organization, and his wife, they lost. His wife lost her mother, and he lost his mother-in-law during like that morning. I think that morning of practice, or maybe that night before we had practice, the second practice. So anyways, it was a touching event, but so he was there by himself usually Miss G do all that, the logistics and all that type of stuff, but Coach G had to do it. He was overwhelmed, so signing us in the hotel and all that, we knew it was a lot on him, so we tried to help best way we could. But we all got signed into our hotel, and the hotel was great. Hotel Hilton, great breakfast, great service, great room service. They take your luggage up there for you. They pretty much do everything for you. So I try to tip everybody, make us Americans look good anyway. But yeah, after that, we pretty much got settled. Had a lot of free time this event. We usually don't have this much free time, but we had a lot of free time, and we really enjoyed the free time. We went to the mall. That mall is huge. 3 stores. I got footage of that. We'll have that dropping. 3-story, might be in 4-story mall. I can't think it was 3 stories. I don't think it was 4 stories. I can't recall. I think I had to look at the footage and tell me. But either way it goes, a huge mall, a lot of stores. You could do anything you want to do in that mall, man. They got a grocery store in that mall. They got whatever you need at the mall, you could get it. You don't have to go to several different places. But big food court. One of their food courts is like 2 of our food courts at our malls in America. So it was a huge mall. Prices was pretty much the same price as it was in America though. There wasn't too much. Well, some places were cheap. Like we went to KFC, and KFC had ice cream over there, which was kind of unique to me because I ain't never seen KFC with ice cream. But they had like a whole KFC for just ice cream, and the ice cream was only like $1. Something that would cost us $5 in America only cost $1 there. I got what else? I bought Brazilian coffee. I brought it back. I'm not Brazilian, my bad. Colombian coffee. I brought it back. That's what they known for, coffee. So I had got some. It was fairly cheap too. Wasn't much. So I was intended to have it here somewhere with me to show y'all, but it's out in the kitchen. But anyways, Brazilian coffee. I think that'll be on the other recap video, so y'all be able to see it. So Brazilian coffee. Coffee was awesome. It was everything. If you're a coffee drinker, you definitely want to go to Brazil and try some of that coffee. A1, best coffee I've had ever. So we did that at the mall. Mall, they food was super cheap. Like for a meal that cost us $20 in the States, it was like $10 in Colombia. So, and it was pretty good. Food was way better than Mexico food that we usually have. Like it was more Americanized, so their food was great. Panama food was good too. So they're both Americanized countries, so it was pretty good. So we did that. Then we had our meet and greet. A little different because Coach G and Cesar was only 2 coaches. We usually have a whole staff, but a lot of our coaches are military, so they weren't able to travel to Colombia because Colombia is not an ally to the United States. So we didn't have a lot of our coaches. So Coach G and Cesar had to shoulder the load along with the leaders of the team, captains of the team, myself, O'Neal, Cabo, Cadell, who else? We had Sticks, Javon Towers, like all them kind of guys. We had to step up and be leaders, of the organization to help Coach G out on and off the field because it was just 2 of them. But we handled it in the means, we did our defense, our offense. Coach G helped us out, on defense, and we got together again. Like I said, 67-0. We haven't given up any points the whole year. We haven't given up any points since we played Panama, which we're gonna talk about that later because that's the next game. But anyways, we haven't given up any points since Panama, I think, or maybe it may have been a game before Panama. But anyways, we done had 6 games in a row. We haven't had any points scored on us. I think it's 20. I think we had 25 unscored quarters in a row, if I recall right. But I know at least 24, but I think it's 25 quarters without any points given up. So that's very hard to do in any sport on any level. In football especially on any level. I don't care if it's Pee Wee. It's hard to go basically 6 games. That's like in the NFL, that's more than a third of the season, or right at a third of the season. In college, that's half the season without giving up any points. In high school, it's half the season without giving up any points. So that's a great achievement. And we scored over 400 and some points, of course, along those timelines. So that's a lot of points too. So offense been doing its thing, defense been doing that thing. And again, like I said, we haven't had a full team since we haven't had a full team in a while. Let's just put it that way. A full team meaning 50 or more players. We've been with 30 or less. We've been as much as 35, I think, during that streak, maybe 30, and as least as I think 22 or 20 or something like that. So we've been getting it done with the, less is better sometimes. The less players, we've been getting it done, because when we had 60, 50 players, we'd be struggling because everybody think they the best. Nobody want to do their role. Nobody want to play their role. Everybody want to be the hero. So we don't have that. We don't have egos. So when it's less numbers, so that's great. Everybody just want to do what they have to do to win. And we did that in the community, like I said, which I'm going to talk about now, which was, we had our community service, which we went to a abuse shelter for kids. These kids were abused. I got footage of that as well that I'll be showing in the recap too, which is, it ain't gonna be me talking. Y'all don't have to hear me talk. It'll be nothing but us, doing stuff during the week. It won't be me like talking like I am now. It'll be more of like, just showing what we did. But I want to do this to set that up so y'all know what's going on. But we did that. We went there, we spent about an hour, 2 hours with those kids. Dance, had fun, gave them candy, other gifts, signed autographs, took pictures with them, stuff that, they don't get on a normal basis. They were real appreciative of it. I got a couple of their testimonies as well as the kids and the players. Because some of us all have been abused in our lifetime in one way or another, and that's what those kids went through. So it really touched them. It was a touching atmosphere. It was a touching time, and we talked about that, and then we had fun, celebrated with the kids, and after that, we pretty much after that, we played with them, basketball, soccer, all that type of stuff, and then we went back to the hotel, had meetings again, of course. Got up, practice. First practice went well. I actually, first practice, believe it or not, I love my practice jersey. So I have practice with no practice jersey the first practice. That's never happened to me, but a lot of stuff was going on. But we made it work. Had a great practice, first practice. After the practice, we came back to the hotel, had a lot of free time, went to the mall again, went walking around the city, had fun doing that. Then the next day is when I think we found out the news about Miss G mom, and we all knew her because she went to Panama with us, and so it was touching for all of us. We had, I ain't gonna say we had a personal relationship with her, but we had a relationship with her. We know anybody you come across, and then your coach, and this organization like family. So when somebody dies, feel like a family member died. So it really hurt and touched us all, and we all had a lot of emotions running through us during practice. I could tell Coach G was going through it. So in my mind, I just wanted to play hard for him and practice hard for him, because we had practice. So we had great practice. That practice I was making plays. The whole team was making plays. We was practice hard. We had a little hiccups during that practice a little bit, because I think we all still was, mentally not there because of the news or whatever. But we regrouped, and we kind of finished practice strong. that practice, the last practice we had. So after that, you know, we all just went back, you know, to the hotel, enjoyed the rest of the time pretty much at the hotel, because at this point it's Friday, so we played Saturday. So we just had another team meeting, you know, kind of like a kumbaya meeting, talked about stuff I won't discuss on here, because some stuff in the meetings you don't talk about, and I won't have footage on this, because you know the locker room is sacred, and meetings are sacred to a certain extent, unless it's like the meet and greet, then I'll bring y'all into that. And you know, some meetings I might bring y'all into, depending on what you know the topic is, because you know some stuff stays between the family and the team, because we going to war together, so we keep that stuff in house. So anyways, we talked about some of that stuff, and after that we got to you know, locked in, got ready for the team dinner that night. We had a hiking trip. I didn't attend the hiking trip mainly because I was so focused on winning the game and wanted to basically conserve my energy in my lungs or whatever, because the elevation so high. I had my oxygen tank, which I got right here still. I keep these things, you know, they everywhere. Like I said, had my oxygen tank, but you know, I didn't know how it was gonna be, because we was super above elevation. I think 8,500 feet, something like that above elevation. So I just didn't want to go up there, get winded, get tired, feel bad, then come Saturday the next day to play the game. I don't have any, you know, I'm not on the field, or I can help my team out, and I needed, it was pivotal that I'd be on the field this game, because we had no defensive coordinator. Like I said, Coach CJ couldn't come because he's in the military. He our defensive coordinator. He couldn't make it because of you know, he in the military. Same with another couple of offensive coaches and so on. So with that being said, I was like a coach on the field, so I had to make sure I was on the field at all times with defense. I even was going to play some offense, and I did like one series, but I was like, I had to put Campbell and Javon, had to let them take all the reps, because I just had to make sure I was on the field so I could move the chess pieces around like I do at my team here back home. But need to do it for the USA team, and you know, I made it do what I do along with making plays, so it all worked out. But that's why I didn't attend the hiking trip. I'm gonna try to get some of that footage from other players to put on the recap. If not, I got pictures. I just post some pictures from it, from the, you know, part 2 of it. But I heard it was a good place to go, one of the best places to go in Bogota, Colombia. So, you know, they went on that trip. They drove with the cars, the box cars, whatever they call them. I can't remember what they call, but they take you across the mountain or whatever. So that was cool. Like, I would have did it if it probably earlier in the week, but since they moved it to later in the week, I didn't feel comfortable going up there and taking a chance and not winning the game. I ain't gonna say not winning the game, but not playing winning football on myself. We still probably would have won the game, but I didn't want to be the reason why we gave up some points for the first time. Because I think we it's bigger than just winning for us. We want to dominate, so we want to keep our 0-point streak going as long as possible, and we did it the whole year. And matter of fact, this year I haven't lost any games myself personally. Me, Campbell, and you know, a couple other players from our team back home that play on the USA AFE team. We haven't given up any points. I mean, I ain't say we haven't given up, but we haven't lost any games this year. I'm 11-0 this year, 2024. So that's the first time I had an undefeated all the way through season, USA and local team. So when I'm on the field, we haven't lost any games when I'm playing. So that's a feather in my hat that I'm proud of. One of my biggest comes all awards and trophies and all that stuff I got. I think that's up there towards the top, not losing any games while playing. That just show the value that I bring to an organization, to a team. So that's a big feather in not my hat or whatever. And like I said, last 6 games we haven't gave up any points. So, and then even my championship game back with my local team, we gave up 1 touchdown at the very end in garbage time. I was on the field. But still, it was like a fluke play. So we had we've been dominating on defense that I've been a part of for a long time now, and I'm trying to keep that going. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get them pictures of of that part of the event for y'all, or videos and stuff like that, so I can put on a recap. So next takes us to Saturday. Saturday with the game. We're taking a bus to the game. Everybody's focused. Everybody locked in. It's everything what we thought it was gonna be. The the atmosphere. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. Everybody was looking at us. It was live. I don't know if I'm gonna have footage of that, but I got some footage of pregame. But I don't think I'm gonna have any footage of us walking in. I think I could get it though. I think maybe somebody recorded, maybe Cesar got it. So I'll try to get it. But if not, it is what it is. But it was live because countries like that, you walk in through the streets because it's not America. They don't have like big stadiums. They do in Panama, which is when we go there in a couple months, it's gonna be live. But in Colombia, they're not that. The evolution of football hasn't arisen to that level yet in Colombia. They getting that though. But anyways, we walked into that, went to the locker room, got changed, got dressed, warmed up. Solid field, decent field, average field. Camera angle wasn't great due to unforeseen circumstances that it don't even matter. But I got my POV, and we do got some sideline angles that I would have in the recap video, which guys making plays and stuff. So that'll be on there. Basically, we dominated from the first play of the game. Martinez Grant touchdown, catch from Cadell. It seemed like every other game you scored the first touchdown quick, and it'd be quick. So we did that. Got on the board. We had scored every drive for like the first 6 drives. I think at halftime it was already 48. I think 48-0 at halftime. We should have scored 80, 90, 100, but we let off the gas in the third quarter. Kind of like our halftime wouldn't have been the halftime we'd have had if we had a whole, coaching staff there, but we got relaxed, and, that's just due to the circumstances we were under. But I think if we would have had, our strength and conditioning coach, the one that sent us through the warm-ups and all that, you ain't even go through a proper warm-up after halftime, and I think that kind of hurt us. So third quarter, I don't think we scored one time in the third quarter, and we scored like 3 more times in the fourth. So I'm a bit disappointed that they shut us out in the third quarter, to be honest with you. So that's something we got to improve on. But anyways, after the game, won the game, all their players wanted to jersey swap and get stuff from us. Of course, they fans signing a few more autographs, taking pictures, Walked out, got back to the hotel, celebrated, got that on footage that y'all will see come when I drop the recap video. We did our celebratory chant like we do every time we go get back to the hotel. Chant USA, got that on footage. Celebrated with champagne, showers, beer, did all that type of stuff. Dudes got drunk. I had a couple drinks. I don't get drunk like that though. I learned my mistake from winning in Cancun with Javon. Messed me up. I almost didn't make my plane the next day. So I never do that again. Because the only time I celebrate, drink, smoke, I got a cigar here, matter of fact. Only time I smoke cigars or, drink or anything like that is when I win championship. Because I feel like that's the only time you deserve to celebrate. If not, I'm dialed in. I'm always dialed in. I'm either mentally thinking about the game or physically thinking about the game, working on my game, because I always could get better. So I feel like if I'm drinking alcohol, I don't really even like alcohol, but if I feel like I'm drinking or smoking, I do like cigars. So that's more of a thing for me to resist more than alcohol, because I could smoke a cigar every day. I don't only smoke one when we win the championship. So I say about 4 times a year, because I win my local championship. We trying to get a 3-peat coming next year, and then I smoked one for when we went out international championship. So that's about 3 or 4 times a year I'm smoking a cigar or whatever. So that ain't gonna do nothing for you, and I'm not even inhaling it. And like I said, I'm taking 1 or 2 drinks 4 times a year. So maybe for my birthday I might have one too. So to add another one on, maybe for New Year. So maybe 6 at the absolute most cigars at the absolute most a year at the absolute most, and I was pushing it most of the time 4 probably. And same with alcohol. So anyways, I digress on that. Anyways, we did that or whatever, and we stepped out that night, went to clubs, went to about 3 different clubs. They all let us in free. Y'all gave us free drinks too because we're Americans. So we enjoyed that. Music was we in Latin place, so we in Colombia, so it's gonna be Latin music, Colombian music type of stuff. So I mean, the dudes did dance, have fun. I didn't. I just I got some of the footage because I know I was gonna make this recap video. I'm not gonna post all the footage that I got because I know some guys, they in situations back home, so I ain't trying to mess up that. So I ain't, that is what it is on that note. So y'all ain't gonna get to see everything, but y'all will get to see some. Stucky, my boy Stucky, he's single, so I will be posting him on there. He cool with that, but other than him, he probably be the only one I post. So we did that. We ate. Food was great that night. It's even better once you win the championship. So we had fun. It wasn't great. It wasn't Cancun, but it was fun. It was a celebration. So next day, went to back to the hotel that night, had fun, cracking jokes on each other, and doing that type stuff. We don't let the week to end, but it was ending, winding down. So took us a Sunday. Some of us had early flights, some of us had afternoon flights. I had an afternoon flight. Me and a few other guys who went to the airport together. I actually got an interview in the airport too. That newspaper or something wanted to interview me in the airport. So I did that. That's dropping. I'm gonna drop that separate from the recap video, but I'm gonna drop that with the recap video as well. So I don't know if y'all get that before the recap video or after. I don't know, but we'll see. So I got interviewed in the airport. That was cool. Like I said, when you go international, you feel like you should be you feel like you should feel as a football player. Like, man, y'all don't understand. I only could speak for myself, but I dedicated my life to this game, man. I give this game everything, like everything. Sacrifices. I miss like some of my daughter's stuff. I don't miss a lot of it no more, but early on I missed a lot of my daughter's things. I still miss a few. Like when I was in Colombia, I missed one of my daughter's cheerleading performances. Like this game is a lot of sacrifices. So when you don't get the equal stuff back, that's what hurts. Like if I was getting it back monetarily like I should be, I ain't saying millions, but at least thousands, like hundreds of thousands I should be getting for the type of work I put in. I'll be putting $1 million worth of work in, but I understand I'm not in the NFL and all that, but that's just the hardest part about this. That's the hardest part for me to keep going because I love the game. It's not about me not loving the game and not able to do it because I could do it for another 5 or 7 years if I really wanted to, but I can't do it for that long without the monetary game. So, that's the only thing. So I'm doing it for the love right now because what we can is not really even worth it, putting your body through. But I do it because I love it, and I'm one of the best. And I had a quote that I'm gonna drop later. I'm not gonna say it, but it's what God planned for me. It's like the gift that God give me. This is plan for me. That's what He want me to do. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm touching these kids. I'm like the NFL player when I go to these countries. So that's what feels good about it. That's what makes me keep going. So with that being said, after that, we flew to Miami. Me and Capo, one of my teammates. Well, first we flew to Fort Lauderdale with one of my other teammates, and then after that, me and Capo drove to Miami. I ran in the car, we drove to Miami, saw the statue, D-Wade statue. I don't think I'm gonna include that in the recap footage because the event over with. I'll probably stop the event when we get to the airport. Like I said at the interview, that'll probably end the event. But so this is just bonus talk right here. Me and him went to Miami and because we had like a 12-hour layover. So we went to Miami for a day or so, and less than a day, half a day. And, you know, ate at a restaurant on the beach, enjoyed, you know, the Miami life, the weather. It was good weather. Went to see the Dolphin Stadium, Miami Arena. We drove the train across around the city, the electric train, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Kind of like a MARTA that I got in Atlanta, but it's above ground. And it's free, which I was surprised. So we rode on that, saw the city. Then we went back to the airport, flew home, got home in the morning time. He got right back to the grind. I dropped him off at his job. He got back to the grind. I came home, you know, unwound, you know, and then just got back dialed in, getting ready for what I'm about to talk about next. It's Panama. Panama is the next event, the next tour we gonna take, the next country. We've been there before. Last time we played Panama, guys weren't dialed in, guys weren't focused. This actually was the last time we lost the game. Last time we lost to Panama. At Panama, and it's only because the personnel wasn't right, and we had a lot of rookies and their mindset wasn't right. And I'm gonna take the blame for that. And like I said after the game, you know, I'm not gonna say everything I said after the game, but when I had something to say after the game, and I'm not a big vocal person, but this time I had to be vocal. And it seemed like that's when we turned the corner of everything, when I came out and I said that, because we've been dominant since then. And I also said some other stuff, you know, in the video that was a private video for a private group. But anyways, I took responsibility for it because I didn't have the guys ready to play, because being the captain, it's on me. And this time, it ain't gonna happen. From the time we start, you know, we ain't really got it jumped off yet, but whoever's coming with us, whoever the player's gonna be for that particular event, particular tour of Panama, when you do that, whoever's gonna be the players, they're gonna be ready to play. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna be ready to play. And not only me, as other leaders gonna make sure that happens as well. Because like I said, I can't do it by myself. We're gonna have several guys gonna make sure we're gonna be ready to play. And this game, I promise you, it's not gonna be close. It's not gonna be close. I wanna, like I said, dominate them. Want it to be no points given up. And I know some of the Panama players follow me. Take it as bulletin board material. Just make sure you're working, because I'm gonna be working. Like some of this, I haven't been sharing much workout and training footage lately, but it's gonna come. And when it's come, y'all go see another fire lit up on them, because it's something I got in my craw, something that's in my belly that's burning in me, you know. And I look for motivation like that so I could, you know, perform like I should perform, because it's hard. My hardest thing is looking for motivation. So I'll be looking for any little thing, any little jab. I used to have guys taking jabs all the time, but I guess they stopped when they realized I ain't gonna say I'm not human, but I'm built different. I'm not, like, I'm cut different when it comes to this stuff. So I guess guys stopped taking them type of jabs at me, because they know I'm gonna be overly prepared and I always dialed in and always ready to play. So I've been having to have self-motivation, which is also a good motivation to have. But with this game, I got a different type of motivation after we lost last time to them. And when we lost, it was 6-0 for most of the game, and towards the end, we just fell apart. We ended up losing by like 2 scores. So I think 20-6 or something like that. And they were celebrating like they won the Super Bowl. So that stuck with me. And we get our revenge on them, and a chance for our revenge on them. And we will make the most of it. I'll make sure that we will be ready to play. So it's gonna be zero tolerance, zero nonsense. I don't care. Like if we have to box, we gonna have to box. But all the extracurricular activities gonna have to work till after the game that caused us to lose the Panama game. And I'm not gonna talk about it because that's between the team. But they know what I'm talking about, and they're gonna know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna be ready to play. It's gonna be, like I said, we're gonna win in the community. We 50-0 in the community. That's first of all. We're gonna win the community first. Once we win the community, we're gonna win on the field. But that's it. All the fun and the games, that could wait till afterwards. You know, we there for 7 days. We're gonna even be there for the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, I would say, because it got pushed back a couple weeks because the coach had a wedding. So I understand that. But we supposed to win to Panama a couple weeks earlier, but we going during the Super Bowl. I was going to actually be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, but as of now, I'm going to plan on staying and having a Super Bowl party there. We're going to have a Super Bowl party there, but things might change. I still might go to New Orleans. I don't know yet. But anyways, before that happens, we got to win on the field. We got to focus and win the game on the field because that's all that matters. And after that, we stay in the extra day more than likely. So you got to have fun that extra day. You can have fun that Saturday after the game. But then before then, we gotta be locked in on football. I'm pushing. I don't think I want to push for coach. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that to the guys. But I was about to say I'm gonna ask coach can we have 2-day practices? But I ain't gonna do that because I know the guys gonna want to. They gonna have free trial. I'm just a football head, man. I can play football all day, man. I know. I be trying to hide it. I try to hide it and go along with the guys because I don't want to feel make it seem like I'm an individual and stand out, but I love the game that much. Like if coach said we had to practice 3 times a day, I pretend like I don't want to do it, but really deep down inside, I want to do it. It ain't that I can see my mortality. It's just that I love the game that much. I want to be able to walk away from the game and be like, man, I did everything. I didn't take one day for granted. I listened to my body when it needed rest, that's the hardest part to do. And when I don't need rest, I push, I go hard. I don't leave the field with doubt. I do reps over and over till it's right. That's just me, man. It's just me. I want to be I didn't make it as high as I should have made it, not because of me. I want to look at myself and say that. I want to say it's because somebody didn't believe in me. That's what I want to say. Not my coach, not my USA coach, not Coach G. He believed in me. When, like I said in another podcast, he wasn't the only ones believing in me. And the coaches that do believe in me, I bring them championships. It's proven. Every team I play for, since I've been playing on the defensive side, we win championships. And when that coach passed on me, I just feel like he ain't a winner. He don't want to win because I'm a winning player. I do all the winning things that it takes to win. So, anyways, I can digress on that. But like I said, I ain't gonna push that narrative too much. We go one 3-hour practice like we normally have, probably be good enough to handle these boys as long as we have our mental right. So, with that being said, that event will be that tour that time in Panama would be February 3rd through the 10th. We'll be there. So that's coming up next. Guys that be in my inbox talking about they want to play, they want to get on. You gotta pass the test. It's a test you gotta take, and that's the passing the Coach G test. You gotta be a pillar in the community. You gotta be, can't be a thug, can't be all that type of stuff. You gotta have a clean record. I'm not gonna put myself out there for you if I know you're not gonna do the things that you're supposed to do to be a part of this. We represent yourself, but you represent the country. So before you hit me up, you ain't that person. Don't ask me to put a word in for you, but you can register and try your luck. And I had a link when we had a link to register. I'll let you know. But without further ado, that's pretty much it. That wraps up the Colombia recap. Again, another win. Finished 2024 strong. I'm gonna drop the recap part 2, probably in a week or two, probably a week. So be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be long. It's probably be over an hour long, longer than this. I don't know. I'm probably at 30 minutes on this or so. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. It'll be way more entertaining than this. But anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna come back with y'all with another episode in 2020. Actually, I probably will for my birthday. Not on my birthday, but I probably won't give y'all a birthday episode. I ain't gonna worry about it. But I probably will give y'all another episode around Christmas or New Year's or something like that, ahead into 2025. So with that being said, finish out the year strong, everybody. And I ain't gonna say Happy New Year's yet because it's too early. But happy holidays since we're in November, Thanksgiving coming up. So enjoy your family, enjoy your time. Don't take a day for granted because you never know when it'll be your last. So with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later.